What up, YouTube? You already know the Latin assassin himself back again with what it do with Big Blue NFZR2, baby. So as you can tell from that thumbnail, hold up, hit the brake, rewind. First time you come to the channel, be highly appreciated if you hit that subscribe button, followed by that notification bell, and then select all, and you'll be informed each and every time I drop a pre-recorded video like this one here, live stream, or a shorts, or a post into my community tab. Um, that would be highly appreciated. But as you can tell from the thumbnail, this video is regarding the upcoming bout in April with WBC junior welterweight champion, former undisputed lightweight champion, Devin the Dream Haney, against Ryan King Rye Garcia. Kind of, man, this is a little touchy subject here, when it comes to mental health and stuff like that, right? It's getting more, mainstream now, and people are speaking about it a lot more and speaking out about it more, meaning not only are they just speaking about it like on the news and different type of documentaries and docuseries and things such as that, but the people that have, suffered from it, what if it's, PTSD, if it's schizophrenia, bipolar, any stuff like that, people that struggle with it and have been diagnosed with it have spoke up and out about it. You know what I'm saying? Their struggles and how they cope with things and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So we had Danny Swift Garcia come out and say how he was battling with it. We've seen other people over the years, sports players, some have admitted and some have not, but such as Dennis Rodman, Simone Biles, those are the ones I can think of right now. Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson battled with some stuff there. Frank Bruno, so anyways, this is a little something about that, but also the matchup. And so Eddie Hearn is with Matchroom, and he's with Devin Haney. If you guys don't know who Eddie Hearn is, he's the British guy. He's British. He usually sports a little beard, and he's about probably somewhere between 40 and 50 years old. He says he's concerned that Ryan might take a dive before the fight. Now, Ryan posted something on social media yesterday showing that he's weighing currently 154 pounds, which is super welterweight, junior middleweight, right? That's 154 pounds. So that's Jermell Charlo's weight, right? Tim Zoo's weight. He's 14 pounds overweight. So if he don't make that on weigh-in night, if he don't make that 140, even if he wins the fight against Haney, he's not getting that belt. I believe the belt will be vacated. And then they'll have, that's how that'll work. So he won't be able to, if he don't hit that weight 140 by that April fight. Not only will he not win the title, but most likely there's something in the contract that he'll be, his purse will be hit as well. You know what I'm saying? He'll get hit in the pockets. But he has something like 4 weeks to get down, 14 pounds. It's possible, but in my opinion, that's playing it close, right? Because when you weight cuts is not something that's it could be very damaging to your system. You see guys being dehydrated where they faint, where they have to be rushed to a hospital. A lot with MMA guys, as well as boxing. You know what I mean? I think that if he was more like 150, 148 at this point, it'd probably be a lot better for him. But of course, he was always, like a guy like, Haney seems like he's always working. And Terrence Crawford's a guy that's always in the gym, right? He's always working, always in the gym. He don't have to get ready for fights as far as weight-wise. You know what I'm saying? He's always because of what I mean by he don't always have to get ready is because obviously each opponent fights differently. You have to watch tape on them. You have to get ready for them. Your trainer is going to be studying how they fight, even though your trainers probably watched them fight before, but now they're many different times. But now his guy is going to be facing that guy, so they go and watch tapes and they start picking up what he does best, and they put game plans in motion, right? So you know, when you're somebody like Devin Crawford, Terrence Crawford, and you're somebody like, and I believe Devin Haney's somewhere on that level too, as well as Shakur Stevenson. You don't have to get ready to go when it comes to weight. You know what I mean? Uh, so it is what it is. But Eddie Hearn made some good points when I was reading some articles that were posted online about the upcoming bout between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, and he was saying that Ryan Garcia is still under Golden Boy under De La Hoya, and you got Bernard Hopkins there. You got De La Hoya's president Eric. I forgot what his last name is. I think his first name is Eric. Eric something. He said that that Ryan Garcia, despite on top of Golden Boys, Bernard Hopkins and De La Hoya, that there's good people in Garcia's corner as well as his family, right? His parents, his brothers. So that, he said he don't believe that if Ryan's not 100%, that not only Derek James, his trainer, who was, if you guys don't know who Derek James is, he's the head the trainer for Earl Spence and the Charlos, I think. Yeah, I don't know both Charlos, but one Charlo for sure. Um, he's his trainer now. The last couple of bouts, uh, that he would be real respectful towards the circumstances and all that, but he wouldn't allow Ryan to get in there if he didn't feel Ryan was 100% either. And not only that, just because it's the right thing to do, you know, uh, not letting it be known to your fighter that, hey, I can't allow you to get in there, and if you're gonna still try to do it, I can't be your trainer. On top of all that, he's coming off some big losses. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence lost to Crawford, bad. And then Jermell Charlo lost bad to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So, he's not gonna take, not like I said, not only is it he shouldn't do that anyways, but on top of it, it's gonna be a bad outlook. It's gonna be a bad outlook on him either way. You know what I'm saying? So you would think he would want to be on his A game on that, right? Now, I'm not making no assumptions or anything. I'm just speaking, as in like general and hypothetically, right? Uh, but this is what I will say that uh, I don't know if this guy Ryan Garcia, if he's playing around, if he really is he really having mental issues still at this point, and if it's like hitting it, coming and going, where he has issues sometimes, and then other times he has issues, but might not be as bad as other times. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been around enough in this world to see that it doesn't always affect people every day, every minute of every day. You know what I'm saying? Things come and go. And some people have more difficulties than other people on more regularly than others, and sometimes people have issues far and in between. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different, man. That's why you can't really just automatically put people in categories like that when it comes to stuff like that. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So, uh, he's admitted before that he's struggled, right, with things on the mental health side. So obviously, well, not obviously, but if I'm thinking obviously, if he's already had problems and struggles with a mental health, that he's had somebody to talk to at in those times. So hopefully, his family is seeing that if he's still showing signs of mental health issues and things of that nature, that he's being guided in the right direction to, uh, talk to whoever he got to talk to. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, Eddie Hearn's kind of nervous, or I don't, maybe that might not be the right word, but he's kind of he's worrying about that if at the last minute they pull him Garcia from fighting, and the way he says it is if they pull him, you know, just before the bout, then they should have pulled him a month or two ago. And the thing is that Ryan Garcia, well, this is the way I'm interpreting it, is that Ryan Garcia's got more power to put asses in the seats. In other words, pay-per-view buys and stuff like that than Devin Haney. Devin Haney hasn't got to that point yet when I think he should have already. He's already got in there and, put his hands on a few guys. He went to Australia twice, took the belts, and then defended the belts back on Australian soil. He beat Lomachenko, and he beat Lomachenko. If you go back and watch it, it's about 7 rounds of 5 Devin Haney. And then he beat Pregis for the WBC light heavy junior welterweight title, right? And so if that happens, Eddie Hearn's not going to be happy, and he said it that they decided to go with Ryan Garcia instead of going with Subiel and Arnold Barbosa, and I forgot who the third guy was, but those two guys, and then there was a third name that I can't remember right now, but those ones for sure, right? Subiel and Arnold Barboza Jr. And so Eddie Hearn's like, if we end up, not, this fight doesn't end up happening, and we replace, and Garcia gets replaced with Barbosa Jr., Arnold Barbosa Jr. Arnold Barbosa Jr. has no pay-per-view power, and he basically said neither does Devin Haney. So it's gonna be a bust, which that ain't pretty good. That's not too good, right? You got to show that you got that firepower to bring, buy those pay-per-view buys and put the asses in the lives, in the stadium, in the arena. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will get onto this, and you know what? And that all falls down to, the mindset, because yeah, they're gonna make more money if they fight Ryan Garcia than if they fight Subiel or Barbosa. You know what I'm saying? Probably a whole lot more money, but you got to keep in mind what Ryan Garcia is about and how he's continued to go about his professional career and how he's been all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Mental health and all considered. You know what I'm saying? So, Bill Haney, Devin Haney, and whoever the management is, as well as Eddie Hearn, they just got themselves to blame. Even if the fight does go through, you know what I'm saying? Even if the fight still goes through, all this time that everybody's wondering, like, what the hell? That can't be good either. You know what I'm saying? But now back to the fight. And I will say this too. I think Bill Haney, and I'm going for Devin Haney no matter who he fights, right? Unless he fights if he fights Subiel, then I got to go with Subiel because he's Puerto Rican. And Tio, that's kind of tough right there. But Haney's from my area, but I believe his dad's an ex-con, been to the joint and all that, so he knows the system, he knows what's up, and it surprises me the way he goes about things sometimes, the way he talks, especially using that B word, bitch, and all that. I don't get that shit. It's like we don't conduct ourselves like that in the joint, and and if you do, you're gonna have some big problems. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get yourself in a wreck, big time. But I will say this: him, a few other fathers, in the game, I believe a lot of times they should conduct themselves a lot better for in the respect for themselves as well as their family and of course their son, right? And what they represent and where they're from. But that's just my opinion. Like all that back and forth with Bernard Hopkins and all that shit, you know what I mean? I don't get all that. But Devin, though, as a fighter, Devin is getting better and better. I seen his dad said that too, and I agree with that. He's getting better and better. And then now that he's going up in weight, he's showing a little bit more power, probably a lot more power. And I think just that difference of them 5-7 pounds, that or actually that'd be 5 pounds, right? But then he comes in the ring heavier, a good 10, 12, 14 pounds heavier than the weigh-in. and all that helps him with power, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And he showed it. So I got Devin Haney on the fight with him and Ryan Garcia, no doubt about it. I think it, either way, he can win in a decision, 12-round decision, and I think he could knock him out too. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, oh, I can't see him knocking him out. I can see Devin Haney dropping him and knocking him out. Let me state it like this: maybe not knocking him cold out, but a TKO. You know what I'm saying? Where he's putting him on him nonstop, and he's not protecting himself. He's not throwing back. And he basically just open, or he's trying to cover himself up, but he's still getting hit with punches all through the gloves and on top of the head, the side of the head, face, and all that. You know what I mean? So I could see the ref stepping in and just waving it off. That's it. You know what I mean? So, you know, they try to do that a lot more nowadays because all the injuries and all the toll that people it takes on them. You know what I'm saying? Like just look at the way Tommy Hearns speaks and the way Terry Norris speaks. Even though Tommy Hearns, in my opinion, ain't as bad as Terry Norris and some of them guys. How they sound. Riddick Bowe sounds real similar to the way he used to talk, but then he also sounds a little more off. You know what I'm saying? But Terry Norris definitely. There's a few more I just can't think of the names right now. But yeah, if that fight goes down, and Garcia is able to, you know, cruise through on to the fight and have his mental health stay intact until the fight. I think I got Devin Haney, and on top of all that, I think this type of stuff it's gotta weigh heavy on him. You figure you're going out there, you're saying stuff that are off, and people are wondering what the hell. Even though they know he suffers, he has suffered from mental health issues in the past. People will still be like, "What the hell is wrong with him? Or what is he talking about?" And I think it's he's gonna get overwhelmed with the questions all the time about what happened, why this, why'd you say that, why'd you do that, what made you do this, what made you say that, whatever it might be. And then they're gonna say, "Oh, you still this, you still that, you still think this way, you still think that's true, you still," and it's gonna a lot of stuff's gonna be overwhelming. So I'm hoping, that he's able to keep his mind clear, you know, and, obviously, well, not just until the fight and the fight's over, but going forward. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is really bad. Mental health, depending on what you have, what you're diagnosed with, and what you're, the issue, the issue and circumstances that surround that diagnosis. It could be bad stuff sometimes. And it's not cool seeing people suffer like that. So I don't mean to say just to see him get through to the fight and then break down. No, I hope he goes, gets through the fight and there forward, keeps going forward and doing whatever he has to do to help himself out. So that he don't suffer from episodes and things. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Big Lou tapping out. I will be coming back with another video. I'm gonna do a small. I got a bunch of videos ready to go, or actually content ready to go to record new videos. Um, I'm gonna drop one. Excuse me. I'm gonna drop one on Joey Merlino that I was gonna do already because a couple of comments that I had got from the last one I did, but then I seen something pretty interesting yesterday on Instagram that I want to tip tip my hat to him. So with that being said, again, Big Lou tapping out.